People Management Specialist.
Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
Welcome along to the show. And Karen, you're a boss, aren't you?
I am a boss.
You're the boss of stuff. So you know how to get there, and you can share some tips with us.
Excellent. Yeah, look, absolutely. It's the topic for today is, how do you actually get into that leadership role? And I guess it starts by actually believing that you can be.
Yeah.
I meet a lot of people who limit their potential because they choose to see themselves in a way that, holds them back from that leadership job.
So it's not just people getting too comfortable. Like, some people actually think, I'm never going to be qualified enough or in control enough to actually lead this business or this workplace.
Yeah, and I think just in terms of the basics around, people not having the confidence that they can actually be the person out the front, that they can be the person actually coming up with the ideas, or not even just the ideas, but making the decisions and directing other people. So some people will sit in the background believing that they don't have those innate leadership qualities, and therefore they limit themselves to what they think they can do.
And just before we go further into this, Karen, it's perfectly fine for someone to be satisfied not being a boss, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
sure.
it's not like you're any lesser, of a value because you don't want to be in charge of people.
No, that's right. And certainly you can imagine for the leaders of the world, having everybody wanting to be in leadership roles quite challenging.
Yeah, of course.
What we absolutely need is some people who are focused on the job that they're doing and wanting to master that. But leadership is a different type of role where we actually step into a place where we're driving outcomes through the talent and energy and, business resources.
Yeah.
And, so it's not just about our own talent and our own capability and knowledge. It's how we can actually leverage that through other people to get the job done. So that's not for everybody.
No employee shaming here.
No, hell no. But I guess if you decide that it is something that you want to do, how do you go about that? What are the first steps?
Well, I think, it's about understanding what are some of those capabilities and the attributes that you need to demonstrate. So what are the character traits? What are the skills? And, starting with communication and ownership, I think a great place is to start. If you can demonstrate that you do take ownership, you care about the outcome, and that you are an effective communicator with other people and, obviously around what it is that you're trying to get done in your job, then people are more likely to start to see you as potential leadership.
Yeah.
Then you need to put your hand up. You need to actually have the conversation about the fact that you would like to go down that path and start to look for opportunities to be in a leadership role before you perhaps get the job full time. So it might be stepping into a project leadership role or, being that person that's leading your team around a particular activity. So all of the things that you can do to demonstrate that potential and earn that trust and respect from those who are in a position basically to put you in a leadership role.
Now, I know there will be people listening this morning that are saying to themselves, Karen, I'm doing those things. I feel like I'm putting my best foot forward. And there's been jobs that have come up in my workplace or in my company, which would be the next step up. And I keep being overlooked for those jobs, whether, someone is swooping in and taking it or they're taking a more junior person and they're just tearing their hair out. What can they do in that situation?
Well, I think the starting point is to have the honest conversation. I think that often in that case people are just sitting back hoping that they're going to get observed or noticed and put forward. If you actually are putting your hand up and you're being overlooked, then you need to understand why. And, sometimes those things might be confronting or difficult to understand or accept. But, the more we can understand about the reality of our brand, what is our reputation in the business? Why is it that there's a lack of confidence fundamentally that you're the right person for this opportunity that's come up. So, again, it might be difficult, but with the truth you can then arm yourself with that, work with a mentor or a coach or somebody to help you to tackle some of those perceptions or shortcomings or whatever they might be. And ultimately, if you're in a business that's just not giving you a fair go and you're really confident you've demonstrated that character and that competence and you're willing, then you may need to start to look beyond the organisation's boundaries for where your next step is.
Crystal, do you need me to be brutally honest with you?
No, because I'm the boss, so thanks anyway. But I'm guessing that if you are rocking up late from work every day and maybe you're wearing holy clothes and all that kind of gear, maybe you're getting overlooked for those reasons. reasons. Could that be a bit of an indicator?
Are you looking at me?
I'm just saying, no. Look, I think it's also hard to know, when is the right time to step up.
Getting that
delicate balance right.
Yeah. Look, I think it's just about wanting to value add. So, stepping up is not about wanting to control everything or being bossy. It's just about seeing opportunities for things to be done, caring about that and investing your time, your energy, your talent in driving those outcomes.
Yeah.
So, being a can-do person, being proactive, deliberately looking to add that difference, again, is the kind of qualities that leaders are looking for.
Excellent.
Maybe if this just doesn't work out, if you can't be the boss, maybe just leaving it all and finding your passion is the way to go, and that is what we're going to talk about next week, finding and tapping into that passion. Karen, we will chat to you again next Monday.
We will, thank you.